On June 11th, at an electric bike parking area in Shichao, Chongqing, an electric bike caught fire due to spontaneous combustion, sending black smoke rising dozens of meters into the air. The scene was alarming.
在你眼前的不是游戏画面。
This isn't a video game. It's Shichao, Chongqing yesterday afternoon. It started in an electric bike parking lot when one bike burst into flames, setting off dozens of others. Thick black smoke shot up tens of meters. Here's the thing. Lithium batteries in these bikes catch fire, and water won't put it out. You just have to let it burn itself out. With so many bikes and batteries packed together, it's a powder keg. Explosions are a real risk. Firefighters rushed in and tackled the blaze. Luckily, no one was hurt. But for those locals, the brand new electric bikes, toast. People commented, "At first glance, it really looks like a game scene. Unless the issue of lithium battery thermal runaway is resolved, there will be continuous fire accidents, especially in underground parking lots. Once a fire breaks out, there's no solution." What are the benefits of electric vehicles? On June 13th, the same day in Chongqing, a blogger captured a video of a fire involving an electric bike outside a store. The vlogger said, "I just saw the electric bike fire in Shichao 2 days ago, and today I witnessed another electric bike fire right outside the store. The weather is getting hot. We really need to be cautious." The video shows the electric bike on fire, with the owner attempting to extinguish it using a dry powder fire extinguisher, but the fire continued to grow. Next, someone used a water hose to try to put it out, but it seemed ineffective. Eventually, the bike was reduced to a burnt frame, and the fire also damaged a car parked nearby. People commented, "A dry powder fire extinguisher is useless for a battery fire. A water-based extinguisher is needed." At first, they should have moved the nearby car to minimize damage. Now, both the bike and the car are ruined. In the early morning of June 18th, a fire broke out in the charging area under a building in Chongqing District, Beijing. The fire spread rapidly. On the evening of June 19th, a fire broke out at the electric bike shed in Aolihua Garden residential area in Yulin City, Guangxi Province. The fire, suspected to have been caused by an electric bike charging, led to continuous explosions. On the 20th, local firefighting officials responded, stating that the fire had been extinguished with no reported casualties. An online video shows flames shooting into the sky, with intense fire and the sound of explosions, along with the alarms of the electric bikes. Reports from Chinese media, citing a Guangxi resident, indicated that over 100 electric bikes were completely destroyed in the fire. On May 26, a blogger shared the chilling scene of an electric car catching fire, visible from the floor above. The car began to ignite from the inside. Fortunately, with the cooperation of the neighborhood security and firefighters, the fire was successfully extinguished and the car's shell was saved. A video shows on the side of the road a young man's electric bike whose battery controller is suspected to have caught fire. He repeatedly stomped on the flames while pulling on the wires, eventually managing to detach the burning component. On June 18th, a blogger released surveillance footage saying they were shocked in the middle of the night when an electric bike caught on fire on the basement level. The hallway and the apartment were filled with smoke. A total of 11 bikes were destroyed. The basement was completely blackened, and the hallway was covered in ash. It was truly terrifying. In recent years, the number of fires involving electric vehicles and electric bikes in China has been rising annually, raising concerns about the quality of electric vehicles and batteries. According to data from the Chinese Ministry of Emergency Management, there were 7 major fires caused by electric bikes nationwide in 2019 and 11 in 2020. In 2021, this number surged to nearly 18,000 incidents, with 57 deaths. In 2022, reported electric bike fires reached 18,000, and in 2023, the number increased to 21,000, a 17.4% rise compared to 2022. Many people have expressed concerns, saying, "The safety risks of electric bikes are so high. Why aren't they banned?" Others commented, "There are no good domestic ones, no bad joint ventures." Some people even question, is this a scheduled collective scrapping to expand domestic demand? On June 21st, someone posted a video saying that an electric bike caught fire inside the residential area. By the time the fire truck arrived, the electric bike was already completely burned.
好像是有人员伤亡了，120都来了。
It seems like there were casualties. Even the ambulance came. It was a huge fire. Around 3 a.m. on June 22nd, A fire broke out in Liusan Road in Chengdu's Jinjiang district. The police stated that the fire was caused by an electric bike. The blogger who filmed the video mentioned that there were casualties. On June 22nd, a blogger witnessed an electric car smoking while parked on the side of the road. The blogger remarked that the fires are more likely in summer and it's extremely dangerous. On June 21st, a fire broke out at an outdoor electric bike charging shed in Zhuzhou, Hunan province, damaging several electric bikes. A vlogger also encountered an electric bike spontaneously combusting and quickly unplugged the power source, preventing a potential fire.
一台电动车自燃了，在这个公共充电桩。
One electric bike just burst into flames at a public charging station. I called 119 right away, and they picked up. I yanked the power cord out. Firefighters should be here any second to put it out. It's that white bike behind me, probably overcharged from being plugged in all night. I hear the fire truck sirens now. They're almost here. Right over here. Over here. Experts explain that the main causes of electric bike spontaneous combustion include the following. Battery issues. Lithium batteries can overheat due to overcharging, deep discharging, high temperatures, or fast charging, leading to thermal runaway and fires. Battery aging or poor quality batteries increase the risk of spontaneous combustion. Charging problems. Using incompatible or low quality chargers may cause unstable voltage or overcharging. Charging in high temperature, humid, or poorly ventilated environments can also lead to malfunctions. Aging circuits, damaged insulation, or improper wiring can cause electrical sparks, which can lead to fires. Modifying circuits or adding high-power devices can overload the system, increasing the risk of spontaneous combustion. Long-term exposure to high temperatures or direct sunlight can cause batteries and circuits to overheat. Faults in manufacturing or design can lead to spontaneous combustion. On the evening of June 16, a fire erupted in Taipei's Route 262 electric bus. The dashboard displayed a red warning light for battery issues, followed by an explosion and fire on the bus's right side. The vehicle was engulfed in flames and thick smoke, likely due to a battery malfunction. Taipei's Public Transportation Office stated that the cause of the Route 262 bus fire is under investigation. The bus was manufactured by RAC Electric Vehicles with a battery from Envision AESC. Taipei operates 858 electric buses, including 114 of the same model. RAC Electric Vehicles, the bus manufacturer, noted that the battery was made in Japan, has no accident history, and complies with European safety regulations, with protective mechanisms for anomalies. However, RAC Electric Vehicles failed to mention that Envision AESC, the battery manufacturer, is a Chinese company. Envision AESC, formerly Nissan's battery division, was acquired by Envision Group in 2018, becoming its wholly owned subsidiary. Envision Group, founded by Jiangsu native Zhang Lei, is headquartered in Shanghai with investments from China's Spring Capital and Sequoia Capital. Envision AESC, headquartered in China, operates a battery manufacturing base in Wuxi, Jiangsu, focusing on lithium-ion battery research and production for electric vehicles. Envision AESC has factories in Japan, primarily supplying Japanese automakers like Nissan. However, even if batteries and RAC electric vehicles buses were made in Envision's AESC's Japanese factories, they remain Chinese products due to the company's Chinese ownership. China is the world's largest electric vehicle market and producer. According to International Energy Agency, China accounted for over 60% of global electric vehicle sales in 2024, with unmatched production capacity. Brands like BYD, NIO, and XPeng exemplify this dominance. The Chinese government heavily subsidizes electric vehicle production, leading to overproduction and low-price exports. China's electric vehicle industry is aggressively targeting overseas markets, with Shanghai's Nangang port handling over 120,000 vehicles in May 2025, a record high. China dominates the global lithium battery supply chain, producing about 70% of lithium-ion batteries in 2024, per available data. Companies like CATL and BYD are the world's leading battery suppliers. However, safety risks from Chinese electric vehicles, likened to ticking time bombs, have raised concerns regarding their overseas exports. On May 26, the vehicle carrier Morning Midas departed from Yantai, China, bound for Lazaro Cardenas, Mexico. On June 3rd, a fierce fire erupted 300 nautical miles south of Adak Island, Alaska, forcing the crew to abandon ship and escape. The ship carried 3,048 vehicles, including 70 fully electric and 681 hybrid vehicles. Lithium batteries in the electric vehicles are suspected as a possible cause of the fire, though this remains unconfirmed. The vehicles are reportedly Chinese-made, possibly from brands like BYD, Chery, or Great Wall Motors, but no official confirmation has been provided. On June 3rd, Chinese automotive expert Huang Guocheng told overseas media that most Chinese new energy vehicles still imitate Tesla, with notable gaps in battery technology and overall vehicle safety. Frequent spontaneous combustion incidents involving domestic brands, including BYD, highlight weaknesses in battery management systems and material control. He further disclosed that Chinese brands often use reverse engineering, purchasing Tesla vehicles for disassembly to replicate their designs. Tesla's ability to monitor each battery module's voltage and temperature in real time, a sophisticated battery management system, remains difficult for China to fully replicate. Chinese electric vehicles have recently faced multiple controversies, including suspected brake failures, spontaneous combustion, and electrical leaks. Despite conflicting claims from users and manufacturers, these incidents have harmed the reputation of Chinese electric vehicles. In an interview with Radio Free Asia, Professor Ling Cheng-nan from National Taiwan University's Department of Electrical Engineering noted that all electric vehicle batteries, regardless of brand, store high-density energy. Flaws in quality or protective measures can lead to spontaneous combustion, as seen in cases involving mobile phones and portable chargers. Taiwanese technology columnist Ling Shu-min, in a Radio Free Asia interview, stated that Chinese electric vehicle manufacturing lacks the extensive experience of Germany and Japan, resulting in potential gaps in reliability and safety. In February 2024, a fire in a high-rise residential building in Nanjing's Yuhuatai district, Jiangsu, killed 15 people and injured 44, requiring hospitalization. Investigations confirmed the cause as thermal runaway in an overcapacity lithium battery from a modified electric bicycle. However, Chinese media emphasized the property management's delayed alarm response and failure to uphold fire safety duties. A CCTV report, citing experts, noted that the ineffective fire doors in the building allowed smoke to spread, worsening casualties. These reports sidestepped the safety hazards of the electric bicycle's battery. On June 21st, a vlogger posted a photo showing electric bikes filling the hallways and doorways of a building. He complained, "When it rains, the passage is blocked, and when it doesn't rain, it's still blocked." Have people forgotten about the incidents where electric bikes cause building fires? The property management doesn't care. The government doesn't care. Everyone is so forgetful. On June 21st, a blogger posted a video of an electric bike catching fire on the street, with thick black smoke billowing. On the same day, Zhangzhou, Fujian province, an electric bike parked in a shelter caught fire, and residents quickly rushed to put it out. The blogger filming the incident mentioned that the hot weather, combined with the heat from charging and the exposure to direct sunlight, made the situation even more dangerous. On June 17th, a blogger encountered a BYD electric vehicle smoking on the highway, with the driver's safety moved to the median. The driver did not stop the vehicle because there was no fire extinguisher on board. According to Radio Free Asia, an insider revealed that BYD has had several cases of explosions or fires caused by battery issues, but most of these incidents are suppressed from being reported. A current affairs commentator from Jiangsu province, Mrs. Zhang Jianping, said the spontaneous combustion incidents involving Chinese electric vehicles are not uncommon, but the media rarely covers them. This, he argues, is a disregard for human life. China expert Yue Shan noted that major electric vehicles and battery manufacturers are key economic pillars in local regions, often tied to local officials through mutual interests. With rising electric vehicle fires, authorities can no longer suppress reports. Media covers major accidents but minimizes corporate blame to help companies navigate crises, making it challenging for victims to seek justice. Commentator Kai Shen-kun observed that Chinese authorities consistently overlook electric vehicle safety issues. Each fire is downplayed, leading to frequent incidents. The government avoids addressing root causes of electric vehicle or battery fires, as new energy vehicles and industries are heavily promoted domestically and globally. Despite safety hazards, officials conceal risks to protect the industry. If public perception shifts to view electric vehicles as highly unsafe, it could shrink markets and threaten exports. A vlogger analyzed that while it is easier to put out a fire in a gasoline-powered car, it is much more difficult to extinguish a fire in an electric vehicle.
为什么说电车起
When an electric car catches fire, don't rush in to put it out. One EV burst into flames and plunged into a river, boiling the water around it, but the fire didn't stop. It spread across the surface. In another case, firefighters doused the blaze with foam, and it just roared higher. Why? Most EVs run on lithium batteries. Sure, they're high-powered, letting cars zip fast and far, but if they ignite, it's a nightmare. They can even explode.
电车自燃3秒烧穿底盘。
Electric vehicles spontaneously combust, burning through the chassis in 3 seconds and completely destroying the vehicle in 20 seconds, with an average of 8 vehicles catching fire per day. The temperature reaches 1000 degrees Celsius and continues to reignite, requiring 42 tons of water to extinguish. This is the fundamental reason why the number of gasoline vehicles is expected to increase rather than decrease by 2025.
A vlogger from Anhui province emphasized that, compared to electric vehicles, gasoline cars deserve renewed appreciation for the clear safety edge. Gasoline car fires, often triggered by external factors, burn at 0.8 meters per minute, with a 5 to 8 minute escape window from smoke to flames, controllable by a standard dry powder extinguisher. In contrast, electric vehicle battery thermal runaway can spread at 3 meters per second, with fires reaching 1000 degrees Celsius and reigniting repeatedly. Overseas tests show extinguishing some new energy vehicle fires require 42 tons of water. Alarmingly, North American lab data indicate 38% of electric vehicle fires occur while stationary, making them true ticking time bombs. Thus, we shouldn't rush to end the gasoline car era. Allowing technology time to mature practically shows the greatest respect for human life. In fact, beyond battery explosion concerns, European and US officials and scholars have previously warned about national security risks from Chinese electric vehicles. January 2024, then US Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, speaking at a US-EU economic relations dialogue hosted by the Atlantic Council in Washington, noted that advanced electric vehicles may contain thousands of semiconductors and sensors, collecting extensive data on drivers and vehicle locations. She asked, "Do you want all this data sent to Beijing?" Janka Ortel, head of the Asia program at the European Council on Foreign Relations, recently published a report stating that security challenges from Chinese electric vehicles are, in many ways, greater than those of 5G networks. She urged policymakers to act swiftly.